Hello, listeners. Welcome to the Dream Stream. I am Yiskah Koock here with Dr. Carla Mazzeo. Hi, Carla.
Hi, Yiskah. Good morning.
Um, Carla and I have been mourning or holding in our hearts our dear teacher, Robin Larsen, friend and teacher and um, fellow Dream Group participant. So she has passed on, and we had a memorial, not we, but the family had a memorial for her, and like hundreds of people showed up. It was really beautiful.
It was lovely. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Very special.
can you talk a little louder?
Yes.
Great,
How is that?
very good.
Okay.
And so Robin is from. Let's give like a um, postage stamp of a biography of her,
Okay.
if you can help me. Born in South Carolina.
October 17th, today,
Wow.
in 1941.
In 41, so she
Hmm.
was a year older than my dad,
She
who's.
was born in Georgia.
Oh, oh, okay. Oh, please, you read that.
Okay. Um, it was the same year that her father was precariously on duty of disarming the battlefield ordnance in World War II. He would send drawings back to his daughters, Virginia, Tia, and little Robin, drawings and fables.
I didn't know that she had two older sisters.
Yeah.
That's it's wonderful to learn more about her.
During the war, Robin's mother was an elementary school teacher and remained in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Robin and her cousins were all shipped out to the family farm near Allendale. She says her passion of love of horses began on a hill of that farm where she watched the vibrant colors of sunset reflected in the lucent eyes of a mare and sensed the animal's living soul. Shall I read more?
Well, I think we can pause there and just
Okay.
share some of our personal
Experiences.
experiences with
Sure.
Robin. We, as I said, what would it be? It would be 1998 is when Robin is when I joined the Center for Symbolic Studies Dream Group, and you met with that original, the original group for over 20 years. And Robin was our wizened matriarch. And one of the things that really hit strongly for me is my mom had passed away before I moved up here to the Hudson Valley. And Robin just became like a mother figure for all we motherless daughters, and um, she really just stepped into that role of kindness and wisdom, and she's very perceptive. She had, oh, it's a beautiful picture. She had noticed I was having repetitive dreams with bald eagles, and she noticed they kept coming into my dreams, and she, pointed that out to me, and like helped me learn about this idea of totem animal, who comes to you in your dreams, or that you see often in the wilderness, or the outside world. And he's just also a fabulous visual artist. And she used to just draw during dream groups.
Mm.
And I remember once when I had shared a dream, and she drew these three herons in water, and the way
Mm.
they were standing, it was amazing. She just got it. She got the feeling of the dream, and was able to depict it.
Yes, she always had this graceful presence during dream group,
Yeah,
and she was actively listening. You really felt that, even though she didn't always speak that much, or when she spoke, you listened because you knew something profound was about to be said.
yeah. And the poetry that she would write. So in our dream groups, we would, I think it was a 3 hour dream group on every other Saturday.
Saturday.
And and at the end of working a dream or two, we would have the last 10 minutes to write a spontaneous poem. And Robin's poetry was so profound, and the depth that she kind of gleaned from the dreams that we discussed was, you know, so intuitive,
Yeah.
and and always gave like a furthering gift to the dreamer through her poetry.
Yes, it like added another layer to it.
Yes, yeah, definitely did. And then with the visual art, I mean, I guess that really wowed me because I'm not a visual artist. That's not a talent of mine. And but she was just amazing. She would, for some reason, I'm remembering a drawing of hers of like peacock feathers. And she
Mm.
would come in and like just show her journals. We'd pass them around to see what Robin had been working on. I can't make that one out.
Yeah, a lot
But
of mythic drawings.
yes, or these are her drawings. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
You have my book, hon.
I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that.
Of course,
I'm
we
just
for, we forgot it.
we did. Wow. So you said anyway, again,
So
it was such a beautiful honoring um ceremony, memorial yesterday. And if I might, I would like to read something that I wrote for Robin when Stephen told us that he was going to put together a book of Robin's poetry, but he also asked for. So that's when I wrote this. Um, Starting with an image, I had not so much an image, but an experience I had um, at her burial. That that a large dragonfly just flew right straight over the the body in the grave, and it was quite something. And I didn't feel like anyone else saw it, which made me wonder if I really saw it, but I think I did. So it says, and a large dragonfly flies above. For Robin Larsen, Lady of the Light, she shines with a deeper seeing. Mother to all we motherless daughters, your wisdom and love felt by all. Dearest dreamer, your wisdom and love is felt by all, sharing her motherhood with all we motherless daughters. Deeper sight makes her shine brightly, for she is a lady of the light.
lovely,
And
lovely.
that's that was like that was similar to how we did dream groups. It's like trying to conjure up everything and then just write. Like well, and that the I don't know what you would call it, but the structure of that poem, Stephen taught us in dream groups called a pantun. So you write your 4 lines, and then it's like the adverse of that. So I don't know if you noticed that when listening, but that was a form of poetry that Stephen Larsen had taught us in group.
Very nice. Thank you, Jessica, for sharing that.
Yeah. Well, Carla, you've been dreaming and you've had some like real, um, what I would think are connected dreams to what's happening in our waking lives. And I wonder if you would share a dream.
Sure, sure. I would I'd like to share the what I see as a synchronistic pieces of dreams and cosmic events associated around Robin's passing. And I tend to stumble upon things versus looking for them. And then they seem to piece together like a puzzle in hindsight. So it's very, I always say I'm stumbling into two things.
Yes.
On Tuesday, September 27th, which was Rosh Hashanah, during Rosh Hashanah, prior to knowing that Robin had passed, I had a dream about the Center for Symbolic Studies. And in the dream, without going into all the details, but we could do that at another time when we have more time, our land, my land and their land, was being somehow joined. We were being combined. And I remember working on a screen door. And then the next day, I found out that Robin had passed on. In the early hours of Thursday, so I found out Wednesday she had passed, Tuesday I had the dream, and then Thursday I woke up at 4 a.m. and I just wide awake, and something called me outside. I went outside and it was very dark sky and crisp, so all the stars were really, really twinkling. And I saw a beautiful shooting star in the west with a very long tail, one that makes you gasp, like,
Yes.
wow. And then I turn around and then I see another one in
Yes.
the east. And I keep looking then all around, and I think, am I in the middle of some shooting meteor shower? But I see Orion. I see Orion very large, and then with, I call Cyrus, even though it may be Sirius, but I always say Cyrus,
Okay.
towards the horizon. And then I follow it up and I see,
The 80s, right?
well, I see a very red, bright object,
Think
which
that's
I
Jupiter.
conclude is Mars.
Oh, red. Yeah.
Red Mars,
The red.
right above the eye of the bull, Aldebaran, and then Pleiades. But it was so bright, it was almost shining out the others.
Yeah, we've been seeing Jupiter in the sky, right to the right from a human eye view to the right of the moon.
Well, I will continue and I will get to Jupiter.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean
That's okay. No, Jupiter's part of this. Um, and I keep looking around thinking, oh, this is very special, the shooting stars and then Mars, because I hadn't been following the cosmic events. And then I saw what seemed to me a greenish glow. And then I thought, oh my gosh, maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. But it was so special in the wee hours of her, Robin's, burial day.
Oh, beautiful, Carla.
And I went back to bed for a nap and a dream. And with a sister friend, I pulled on a hidden mural print on a wall. I was touching something, and all of a sudden, the wall fell like a curtain to
Wow.
reveal a behind the scenes picture. And then I contemplated and asked for more over the next few days and weeks coming. not realizing it was Yom Kippur. I woke to a 3 a.m. thunderstorm, very bright and loud overhead. And then a dream where I was saving kittens and a large old tortoise from a fire. I put my hands into the fire
Oh,
to save them, and they were okay. And I looked and I said, "You can't be there." And 2 days later, I was on a spaceship.
I,
And the following
please
night,
forgive me for saying this. That's out of this world.
it really is. The spaceship was very, it was unusual. And they were humans on the spaceship. And I was surprised by that because I thought they would be alien looking, but they were humans. And there was a woman next to me who had recently passed away. And there was more to that dream as well, but I'll hold on that. And then 2 days following, I go outside, and there was Jupiter, again, a clear sky, and Jupiter in conjunction with the hunter moon. So the full moon of
Yes,
October, which
yes.
is also, again, today is Robin's birthday. Happy birthday, Robin.
Happy birthday, Robin. It's also Sukkot. You know, you were talking about it being Rosh Hashanah. Um, it's also Sukkot, so that's the harvest festival where Jews eat meals in what used to be called booths, but a sukkah, um, which has three walls, and then scuff for the ceiling, a roof, which is just branches with like ferns or whatever laid on for a roof, and it's supposed to be such that you can still see the stars in the night
Uh,
sky through the ceiling.
nice. Oh, wow. I had a dream recently about climbing on roofs with
I know.
with a kid,
Yeah, I wanted
teenager.
to talk to you about that image because I had very powerful roof dream.
Ah,
So that's something I will like to explore with you in future. Rudolf Steiner of anthroposophy used to teach when someone passes on that we should open ourselves up to receive their great gifts because they won't be taking them with them. They're going to
mm,
leave them. And so, I mean, especially with someone like Robin, who is, and this is what I came to, is I know we love her so much, but it seemed like everybody there had their own story and a deep connection with Robin. Everybody felt, similarly
oh yeah, she
close
was
with her, and
she was the warm archetypal mother.
he
Um,
was, he was. So that was very special. But so I'm trying to open myself up to her gifts. So I'd love to dabble with, drawing or whatever, and her wisdom and intuition is I'm here for it.
it's funny, and I said I wanted to. I wish I had the opportunity to have ridden horses with her because she had such
Yes,
a passion for horses, and
yes,
I really am in awe of horses as well. I think they're beautiful creatures.
yeah,
And I didn't get that opportunity, but I feel with this experience, I had that opportunity to take a ride with her
yes.
in a cosmic way.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Do you want to explore any of the dreams or just witness them and witness them with humility and awe?
I think there's I think there's some messages that she may be um, sharing with this cosmic connection and the
Hmm.
crossing between um,
Dimensions.
dimensions. Yes, I was going to say portals, right? Dimensions. and with the clouds also,
Oh yes,
that
please talk about that.
there's
Yeah.
something very intense, I think, happening. And it's not all flowers and rainbows, but there are flowers and rainbows. So, I think that there's quite an intensity, cosmically happening, and and I do have to sit with it a little further. Do you have any impressions that
Well,
come?
thinking of Robin as mother, and my own mother had passed away in 1995, and then I met Robin in 1998. She kind of just stepped in as wise woman in my life. And when my mom died, I I had a similar feeling, and I was writing a lot of poetry, and I just remember writing, thunderbolts carry a reflection of light sparring darkness in crackling cycles where people die on streets and others watch all these colors flashing on their televisions step out into the energy of night. Well, this is not what I wanted to. Oh, okay. It came prior to where I started. Um, I wrote, it is that war in heaven, you know? Thunderbolts carry a reflection of light sparring darkness
Mhm.
in crackling cycles.
Yes,
So
yes.
I had a very similar feeling as what you are describing after losing another mother of light.
Okay, yes. It's related to the if we go with the images of Mars, the war, the bull,
Yeah.
and the feminine, the sisters,
And you said you saw green.
what seemed to be
Did
green.
you think Venus?
And no, I thought
But
the
I
aurora borealis. I thought the
okay.
northern lights
Oh. I was just talking about in the dream, or are we talking about outside?
outside,
Oh my God.
which I've always wanted to see,
Yeah,
but I thought I this can't be happening, even though there might have been a solar flare around that time.
that's
Um,
beautiful, Carla.
yeah.
I don't
So
think
it
I realized that was outdoors. I thought that was in the dream.
and she is you know, she was a strong woman. I see her as
Yeah,
such a strong woman, and so she was, you know, kind of in that huntress image. I see Orion more of a huntress than a hunter.
yeah, that was
um
great.
and and of course with our all of our dogs, right?
Right? We used to have a wonderful Australian Shepherd named Moondog, and Moondog and my dog Redwood, like the old timer dogs, um, knew each other and played a little bit. And then next they got Gandalf, also an Australian Shepherd, and then they got um, well, they used to call Gandalf Guff, and then they got Wolfie. Did you ever meet Wolfie? Oh, all Australian Shepherds, all rescued.
Okay. Well, and I just had a dream about of having a shepherd puppy. Someone gave me a shepherd
Uh
puppy.
huh. Uh huh.
Wow, thanks for reminding me about that.
Sure.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So
right.
we just wish her well on her journey. Mm,
And that the spaceship piece,
yeah.
that there's messages from beyond,
Yes.
and that was very clear to me in the spaceship, was that it's going back in time. It's a forward and a back in time,
Okay.
um, feeling. And that so I see now Robin is going to be on that cosmic plane,
Yes.
and to help with this war in heaven,
Yes.
this cosmic experience.
Yes. I'm really glad there's a lot of good warrioresses and warriors. who have crossed over to the other side of the veil.
Brendan.
I mean, I was just Rana, Brendan, and Robin, three people from our community. So,
The earth,
of course, Abby, just many loved ones who now sit on my council in my active imagination.
and I think there's something with the animals because I also am having wild animal dreams, and with the
Oh,
kittens and the
good.
tortoise, I see
Yes,
the Native American, the earth on the tortoise
yes,
um, theme also. And we're at a place where we don't have wild animals as much, right? Everything
right.
is kind of in a habitat, and we have to make certain decisions about things as far as our progress, how we see progress,
Yes,
and technology, and wildlife, and wild spaces.
yeah,
So there's a converging of, we're at a time where things, we make decisions. We're making decisions, of course,
yes,
about the future, the future of humanity. And I don't think it's any clear specific path, but I have been also having some black and white images that have come up in these recent dreams as well, which I'm still trying to understand.
if that were my dream, just the fact that there are some black and white makes me think that there might be a right way and a less than stellar way
Maybe,
to
maybe,
make the changes in our world.
yes.
Well, thank you so much, Carla. I'm so glad that we went to the burial and then this memorial together.
Yes,
That,
beautiful. And it was
oh,
a green burial, which was
yeah,
so beautiful.
was just, I had never seen anything like that.
Me either. It was, I hope more people realize that this is possible to have, where
Yes,
you're laid into the earth physically without a barrier or chemicals. And it's such a intimate connection in that process, ceremonial process.
yeah. After that experience, I kept thinking of the Crosby, Stills, and Nash song. Find the cost of freedom buried in the ground. Mother Earth will swallow you. Lay your body down.
Mm, lovely.
Yeah. So, well, thank you for coming on the Dream Stream.
Well, thank you for having me.
And anytime you want to come and share things about Robin, I would love that.
Sure.
Mm,
Yes, we'll follow up.
yes. Listeners, thank you for joining us in honoring our dear friend, teacher, mother, Robin Larsen. What was her middle name?
Robin Petite Searson.
Say it again.
It was Robin Petite Searson.
Sounds French.
Petite
Petit.
Searson.
Well, loving Robin and wishing listeners well. Holamod Metukin. Sweet dreams.